I'm Fred with Fred's Auto Repair, and today I'm going to be changing my EGR cooler supply line on my 2004 6.0 powerstroke. I'm going to attempt to do it without pulling the turbo or intake, because this has had an EGR delete done to it. So stay tuned and see if I succeed. First off, I'm going to start with draining some of my engine coolant. Okay, down here on the bottom of your radiator, you've got a pitcock right there to drain your coolant. And that nut on there, on mine, is a 19 millimeter, so I'm going to get this draining. That went well. I think I spilled more than it went in the pan, so it should be a lot more than that. I think most of it ended up on the ground, though. Okay, next I am going to remove the hot side of my intercooler piping. Okay, and now for my lower clamp. Okay, now you can see that little blue hose over there under the turbo. And that is the top of the spout coming out of the oil cooler. It is T27 bits is what it takes to remove that. At least remove the screw. So I'm going to see if I can remove it. Okay, I got that cover off. And now I'm going to loosen these two nuts right here on the intake manifold. And that should allow me to wiggle my J-tube a little bit to kind of get that freed up. So I'll get back with you when I get it freed up. I think it was safe to say that this was the culprit of my leak there, the cause of it. But this ain't a job for the faint of heart. It's pretty tight off in there. You see, compared to my hand working down in here, it's pretty tight. But you kind of want to push the hose back and pry up on your little nipple here to get it to pop up off of the top of the oil cooler. Okay, well, I just got back from town. Ended up having to go get a piece of heater hose instead because the blue hose that I had was too big to fit over it. So this one I got a piece of 3/4 inch heater hose. Instead of $60-something from the Ford dealership, this was $240 for a foot at AutoZone. So anyways, well, let me get this nipple on the top of the oil cooler thrown back on. Okay, I got the nipple and the cover that goes over it all tightened back down there. So now I'm going to tighten the line down. So I'll get back to you when I get that done. Okay, well, I got them hose clamped back on anyways. So now on to the two bolts on your intake manifold. You don't want to forget about them. Okay, well, I got them two bolts tight. So now on to the hot side intercooler pipe. So let me throw this in place. Okay, and there's our intercooler pipe back on. So I'm going to throw our coolant drain plug back in. And then my dad's picking up some red antifreeze since I forgot to grab some while I was out since I lost a lot on the ground. So anyway, so let me get that thrown back in. Okay, well, that's gotten taken care of. And I put antifreeze back in it and let it get up to operating temp. So, and it seems to stop the leak. So anyways, y'all have a good one. Be sure to like and subscribe.